Hello and welcome to this pit stop for Castello Methoni, a game designed by Leo Colovini, coming from Mandoo Games for 3 to 5 players, taking around 40 minutes. In Castello Methoni, each of the players is a merchant from Venice looking to make their way across to Methoni and control the land and the finances to score the most points by the time all the walls have been built, and the number of walls in the game is going to be player count dependent. On a player's turn, they get to take 2 actions, both of which will be card driven. Now, they can mix and match these together, but there are only 2 possible actions, so you can do one of them twice or one of each. Now, you can trade. If you've got a market card that looks like this in your hand, you can always trade no matter what, and that will get you 2 coins from the bank, which you're going to need to control the lands. If a market has been activated in one of the 6 types of terrains on the board, meaning it's within a domain, has a tower in it, like this one is here on these wheat fields, you can use a card of that type of terrain, and that will also gain you 2 coins from the bank. So that's the trade action. The other action is the build action. Now, for the build action, you're going to play again a card of a particular terrain. When you play that, you take 1 wall from the supply and you place it adjacent to any place of that terrain. So I could place this here. Now, when I place that, I take a house of my own colour and I put it either side of the wall. And I also take the house of one of the players who are adjacent to me and put it on the other side of the wall. Now, in doing so like that, I haven't covered any areas, so play would move on to the next player and they take their turns trading or building. The only change comes when you start making domains and surrounding areas. So we're going to do a very simple one. If I play this here, take a wall and surround these 2 areas, I've created a domain. I'll put my house in there and my neighbour's house on the other side. In order to claim this terrain, in order to do that indeed, I have to have enough money to be able to pay the bank 1 ducat for each space in there, so that's 2 gone. Then any of my opponents who have houses in there, I must pay them 1 for each house they have in there. Then I'll take one of my towers and I now lay claim to that domain, and I will score the points for all the houses within there. Now, if I were to make a domain and anyone has got 3 houses in a group within there, as I would if I played that like that, play another one, these 3 houses combine to become a villa. That goes in there with my tower, and now I claim those, but I've got a villa in play. Now, why do villas matter? When you make a domain, you can annex adjacent domains. So we'll look at how that works. So I've claimed this one and this is mine. I now look across here and I wish to claim this one, which previously purple was in charge of. Firstly, I have to pay the bank more money. It's 2 coins per space that's currently in that domain there. Then I have to pay again the houses of the players who are in there. However, these houses are 1 as normal, but as you saw, my 3 turned into a villa. Purple has done that already, and for 3 houses for a villa, you in fact have to pay 5 money across to them. But in doing so, I would remove these 2 walls. They would go back into the supply. I would remove Purple's tower, and now I'm laying claim to that whole area with my tower, meaning that I will score the points for those. So having houses and villas in there, all they do is get you money. Now, money is some points at the end of the game. However, it's having the tower in there that will score you most points for controlling the area. So the game is going to end when the walls run out, and then you're going to start scoring up your points. First thing you do is every single space that you control, no matter what terrain it's on, is worth 3 points to you. Secondly, any coins you have remaining are worth 1 point each. Then everyone at the beginning of the game is dealt an objective card, and that's going to show you 3 terrains which are adjacent to each other on the board somewhere. And for every terrain of that colour that you control, you're going to score 1 extra point. And finally, there's some bonus scoring for controlling the largest or second largest domain, and also for the number of your towers you've been able to get into play. When you add up the points for the areas you control, the coins, and for those little bonuses, whoever has scored the most points will be the winner of Castello Methoni. This has been a Game Pit Stop. For more videos like this, please check out our YouTube channel. For more in-depth coverage of gaming, please check out the Game Pit podcast. Thanks.